That work? There we go. It's an honor of mine to be able to stand before you and speak of a ministry that is dear to my heart and many others, and that is the Ometepec ministry that's led by Tim and Barb Wood. Through our tithes and offerings at this church, we've been able to support this ministry, and we've been going for 7 years straight to Ometepec on a mission team. And unfortunately, this coming year is on a hold, but we hope to get back there soon. But I just want to touch on a couple of points that we've been able to support Ometepec with. One is our church planning and church ministry. So this is what the old church looked like. You can see dirt floors, wood beams, and metal roof. We are worshiping God there, and that's where they have been worshiping God. However, through the tithes and offerings that's been given through this church, we have been able to support Tim and Barb Wood by purchasing a piece of land, and this is actually going to be the new church, and they are in construction currently. On the left is the phase to which it's at now, actually with mortar and concrete and metal beams, and hope to have that done by Christmas time. They're actually doing some worship in this space on the left-hand side currently. There are no bathrooms there as of right now, but anybody that's gone to Ometepec realizes that's really not of importance. However, this is the church planning part of the ministry that is ongoing currently. This will be the 7th church that Tim has planted in Ometepec. This will be the first one that is of actual mortar and construction and not of the thatched roof that you saw before. Another area of ministry is Seminary Support. I'm sorry about Jordan's picture, and I'm sure I'll explain this later, but I pulled it off Facebook. Jordan on the left and Daisy here on the right both have been blessed by giving through NAPC. They have gone to seminary in Texas, and so Tim and Barb will send people who are interested in seminary or in preaching or of some sort, and both Jordan and Daisy have returned to come back and bless Tim and Barb Wood in Ometepec, Mexico. Daisy currently is the leader of the pre-K school that opened 2 years ago and is running that. This is them from 2 years ago, I believe. And Jordan actually runs the sports ministry or the soccer program for Tim, which you'll see later. But it's through the gifts of NAPC. They are 2 of 7 that we have actually helped send to seminary school. Another area that we help and support is school tuition. So Tim and Barb are on the board and run the Carrie Brenton School. It's a private school. There is a fee to go. It's private. However, it is a faith-based private school. They are unapologetic about their faith. As you can see, Patrick Gerd is standing high above everyone else. But in this time, we get to go and we get to go help with ESL. And during that ESL time, we get to share testimonies to these kids in English, and that's part of their learning the English language. But they do English as a second language every day. And NAPC is able to support some of these kids who can't afford this school. They have some tuition reimbursement program for some of these kids that actually can go to the Carrie Brenton. So we are blessing these young kids with a faith-based, Christian-based education. And just a side note is the Carrie Brenton's test scores in the area far exceed the public schools that are down there, and I believe it is because it is a faith-based school, and Jesus is working in this school. I'm telling you, they are a phenomenal program. The one last area to which we obviously they support is the sports outreach. Tim and Barb are affiliated with sports outreach. Soccer is the ministry to which they support. At this facility, this is actually a sports facility. It's actually a turfed field, soccer field. And if you would go, it's amazing that they have this field in this community. However, Tim runs a soccer program that Jordan helps with. At the end of every game, either the coach of the team, a teacher from the school, or somebody is either given a lesson and or a testimony at the end of every soccer game. And so these children are listening to the word or a testimony of someone whose lives been changed by Jesus at the end of every game. And so we are here, and they were actually given soccer uniforms this day when we were here for this, but this is a picture of some of the kids that are there, and through NAPC, we are able to support that soccer ministry, which is still ongoing with Tim and Barb. And finally, like I said earlier, every year this Ragamuffin crew had been going But we go every year at the end of February or the beginning of March for 1 week into Ometepec, Mexico on a mission trip. If you are interested in going, we go every year. And for those who have been there, there's quite a few in this room. For those that have been there, just raise your hand. You don't have to take it from me, but I will tell you that if you have any questions about what's going on in Ometepec, or if you are interested in going, reach out to any one of us. But there was a 2022 trip planned. It is on hold. We are scheduling for a 2023 trip, hopefully, once COVID gets kind of out of here and it gets kind of settled down there. But if you are interested, I just want you to know that lives are being changed in Ometepec, Mexico, and it's because of the gracious giving NAPC is doing that's allowing a lot of these ministries to take part. So maybe Ometepec isn't your thing. Find your Ometepec. It might be in your living room. It could be in your neighborhood. It might be in Linden. It could be in Youngstown. It might be Ometepec. But wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, I just encourage you to go and find your Ometepec. So this is what's going on through the gracious giving of New Albany Presbyterian Church, and I just want to thank you on behalf of Tim and Barb Wood.